Hey guys, happy Cyberfest. My name is Craig. I'm one of the co-founders of Glen Affric Brewery. Now, before we get started, the eagle-eyed amongst you might realize that this doesn't exactly look like a brewery. In fact, it's my living room. Now, before you get your pitchforks, don't worry. I will have some video shots of the brewery itself, but there is a good reason why I'm shooting this in my home, and it's this. That's right. My wife is super pregnant right now. So pregnant, in fact, that by the time you are watching this, my baby will already be here. My little girl will be here. So I hope you don't mind, but I need to film this at home just to make sure that everything is nice and safe and all cool. So thank you, sweetheart. You can go now. There you go. You can go back. So with that being said, let's get started and let's jump into the beer. So you should have with you our Rutting Stag, our American red ale. Now, lots of things inspired this beer, but the biggest thing for us was that very old school, I say old school, but it's not particularly old school, is it, if you really think about it, but it's that old school West Coast style, rich malt character, bashed with that big piney grapefruity note. So we think we really hit it on the nose with this beer in particular. So let's go and crack it open and see what's what. So the first thing you're going to notice straight off the bat is that lovely orangey, beautiful red hue to it. We're really, really happy with the color of this beer. There we go. So that's the beer here. Give it a little sniff. Yeah, straight off the bat, you get that hugely rye, spicy note. We love using rye in very little specialty beers, and this really, really sings in this beer. We use a nice little chunk of rye malt in this to give it that spicy kind of character. On top of that, again, also loads of that kind of caramelly sweet malt, and then it perfectly balances with that rich, fresh pine needle kind of smell. It smells really lovely. Really, really proud of this beer. Cheers. So again, on the taste, wow, really bitter. It's got that lovely kick, loads of pine, but again, it's really balanced with that malt character. We use 6 different types of malts in this beer to kind of give a really lovely rounded flavor to it. So we use things like pale malt, Munich, Crystal 240, then we use obviously rye to give it that spice, but then the secret little ingredient on top of that is Carafa Special Type 3. We just use a dash of that just to give it that extra little dark hue color to it as well, just to give it a touch of roastiness, but really bring out that deep kind of color. Wait, I almost forgot the hops. Of course, in something like this where we want to replicate a West Coast style, we're gonna use West Coast style hops. So we use 2 of our favorite hops for that kind of thing, Centennial and Simcoe. Paired together, they give a brilliant kind of rich rind of grapefruit and that fresh kind of pine needle smell. And again, you get it really on the aroma, but you really get that pine as well in the taste. So cheers for that as well. Yeah, on top of all that malt character, you really get that kind of lovely piney notes again from the Centennial. The Centennial really sings in this. And that Simcoe kind of backs it up with that bit more of the fruitiness, a bit more of that kind of grapefruitiness as well. So really, really chuffed with how it tastes. So that pretty much does it for the Rutting Stag beer. I really hope you enjoy it. And if you want to learn more about us and even buy some more of our own beer, head over to glenaffricbrewery.com and go and check us out. I really hope you enjoy the rest of your beer. Cheers.